We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today we've got a solid matchup in store in the NFC as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on. The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're brought out by a former #1 overall pick, coming off one of his best seasons ever in year 7 of his career, now in year 8, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Goff. His throw incomplete.
Had no command that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing on third. Goff. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment. So this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with the speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Goff. To the sideline. That's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw, gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack on the quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Niners. 56 yards.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown.
Well, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Here's Goff. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play. On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
To throw is gone. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, an 80-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so their 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's gone. That's complete to LaPorta. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. Now Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a couple. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right to the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold onto the football while being jostled?
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. This is taken at about the 14. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
It's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do, and you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. It's Ronnie. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerome Jennings, 46 yards. And the Niners have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deommodore Lenoir. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
Now, this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. That is caught down inside the 10. Touchdown! George Kittle, 30 yards. And the 49ers are able to add on to their first-half lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
The extra point try now for Moody. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. Another shot now for this Lions offense. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one and... Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look in the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. And this is caught, Jennings. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Purdy to throw it on first down. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
At the 28-yard line.
Now gone. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
On first down, it's Purdy. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down. Throwing here, Purdy. And he whips that one incomplete there. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more. Roll, it's another first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Brock Purdy taking it in from a yard out. And the Niners have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Boy, I mean, at this point, what more do we say here? I got nothing.
And you know, so many people talk all the time about having announcer-less games, and they want that. This could be a candidate for it, because if we stay here and do this, we're going to have a lot to fill in the second half.
There's still another half. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. So here come the Lions now. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Goff now looks to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already. We saw a fine performance in the first half from the former Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy. He was nothing short of amazing, throwing 4 touchdown passes to help push his guys out to a sizable halftime lead. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I, have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They go play action here. Purdy. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Purdy off the play fake. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to...
Touchdown 49ers! Jerome Jennings with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners have got it on cruise control. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Niners get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long. And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. And running with power here. A good return there, 17 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. And the 49ers settling in for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Yeah, he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be fourth and short.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to have to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. On first down, Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
At the Lions' 5-yard line.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brock Purdy, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers extend their lead yet again. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look Well, now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Gone. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And, it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it.
An absolutely dominating series from that pass rush to record the safety. 3 sacks in a row shouldn't be possible against an NFL offensive line. But there they are, dropping him on 3 straight reps, the last of which came in the end zone for 2 points.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is fielded at the 7. And San Francisco gets set to go here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Open man is Ayuk, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 30 yards. And the Niners get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Lions nothing. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Lions offense set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
11 yards there and a Lion first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 1st and 10, Goff. Over the middle, complete. That's Gibbs. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw into the hands of Reynolds here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painting the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's Goff now on second down. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To the air again, Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Now Moody for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. So out now come the Lions. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests. But in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ballgame.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
To throw on second down is Goff. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. There's receiver Brandon Ayuk as San Francisco's offense returns to the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Take him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from walking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They
taking it right down Broadway. Christian McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Goff, the throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Second and 10, Goff again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Lions on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Goff. And the Niners get there and bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far. And taken right on the 30. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Second down and a little more than a yard here. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Down to about the 37. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
At the 37-yard line.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Purdy now to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got Ayuk once again. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Purdy. That escapes the sack. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra.
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Finally, first time this game, multiple defenders in there to drop him. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Now Purdy escapes the sack under pressure, and they got to him again. Kirby Joseph providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Goff on first down. and St. Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Lions, first down.
One last throw here for Goff. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA